All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. Don't forget to post a video every single day, sometimes two, sometimes three. Mechanic versus dealership versus auto change, which is the least and most likely to scam you for maintenance. Okay, this is from Yahoo Finance. They go through and they talk about some of it in rumors and how we know that things are shady out there. And well, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but least likely to scam you, local mechanic. If you are looking for somewhere to repair your car, and you drive by a mechanic down the street from you, this attorney says that's where you should stop. He says local repair shops have more at stake by scamming you than dealers and commercial auto chains do. So they say, you can read it here if you want to, but they're saying that, check your reviews, but most likely your local mechanic will treat you the fairest, okay? And it's weird because people used to think that that's not the case. They used to think that the dealership would be the safest bet. How about this? Most likely to scam, dealerships. Okay, you might think that a place where you bought your car will be the best place to take it. Well, dealership employees are highly trained. That comes at a price. Most dealerships have factory-trained techs with brand new diagnostic equipment and even genuine parts from the manufacturer. This can be advantageous in a case when really complicated or greatly specialized repairs are needed. But the downside is usually their rates are slightly higher compared to those of independent mechanics. Also, there might be some dealerships where there is a tendency to sell more work than initially requested or to advise doing repairs which are not really necessary. Okay, pretty interesting. Somewhere in the middle, they call auto chains. Okay, these are going to be certain things like your Midas, your Meineke, things like that offer multiple services. They said they're going to kind of fit somewhere right in between these two things. So, it's pretty interesting that the most likely to scam you, dealerships. Most likely to scam you when you buy, dealership. Most likely to scam you when you get service done, dealerships. But here it is. Okay, pretty interesting. We're moving on from there. This one right here, Texas, the city of Texas. Oh, this happened a few years ago, but the city of El Paso in Texas, they basically, them and a couple of their tow truck companies, they took and impounded and auctioned off 176 vehicles belonging to deployed U.S. Armed Forces members. Okay, they went on deployment, they come back, their vehicles were gone. They were impounded and then auctioned off. 176 of them. Well, these guys got to pay big time now. Okay, Hyundai's in there. There's a lot of people that have got to dive into this and pay these guys back. And it's good because it took a long time, okay? Between 2015 and 2019 is when this guy served as a city contractor for this tow truck company. But anyway, this happened a few years ago. But like I said, they all got to pay. But there should have been... there's got to be a place where these guys can park this stuff where it's not an issue. I don't understand how all that's coming about or what's going on, but these guys are out there doing everything they can and risking their life for us, and they come home and their vehicle's gone, impounded and sold, and they get nothing back out of it. I mean, these guys should have the book thrown at them, especially because it is the city of El Paso. The city of El Paso has plenty of money to be able to pay 176 people that they screwed over that are our armed forces. They should be going above and beyond and taking care of them. Okay, this is unacceptable. This should not have ever happened. It should not be allowed to happen. It is what it is now, I guess, but hopefully, this is the stupidity of the world, the straight up stupidity of the world that people got to deal with. And how do you get 176? I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But anyway, this one here, this is the key one we want to talk about. This I love. Okay, and this is from my hometown here, or my home state in Michigan. Okay, been to this place many, many times. Okay, Suburban Chevy and Cadillac of Ann Arbor. Okay, they got them in other places in Metro Detroit area too, not just Ann Arbor. And I've never been to the one in Ann Arbor, but I've been to a lot of them. But I love this. This dealership, GM dealership, hit with $350,000 judgment for one case where they screwed somebody over. That is huge, and that sets a powerful precedent. $350,000 for pissing off one person doing it wrong. I love this. Everything about this, I straight up love it. I cannot stand dealerships that are scams. And this one here is an absolute scam, and they got hit hard. All right, let's look at it. a federal judge upheld $350,000 punitive damages judgment against a General Motors dealership in Michigan in a spot delivery and wrongful repossession case. Okay, the U.S. District Judge rejected the argument from Suburban Cadillac dealer Van Arbor that the award was excessive. Okay, so they didn't admit to wrongdoing. They're like, hey, Judge, okay, this is kind of crazy. $350,000, this is a lot of money. Come on, you got to do better than that. And the judge said no. He's sick and tired of it. He's like, I'm done. You will pay this. And I love it. Let's look at this case individually here. In July of 2020, okay, very bad times for everybody. It was, okay. Things were very miserable. Tina McPherson made a $2,000 down payment on a 2017, so 3-year-old at the time, used Dodge Durango and applied for financing from 2 different lenders. Okay, it happens a lot. When you don't have very good credit or you can't get enough, you end up getting one loan to cover some and another loan to cover the other. This is stuff that happens when when you're in trouble financially. Okay, people deal with this stuff. And obviously we know from that she was having a hard time, but needed a car, okay? And this is not like, this isn't a RT1. This isn't expensive, okay? It's not like she was going overboard, but she's got a family. So it was a good buy. Anyway, the following day, she completed the paperwork and took delivery. Okay, remember, she applied for financing from 2 lenders. And then the following day, she completed the paperwork, took delivery of the SUV. Everything was okay for about a week. That's when things went south. She received an adverse action notice from one of the 2 lenders. The suit alleges Suburban Chevy Cadillac submitted an application with 2 different terms to a 3rd lender without her permission. Okay, that's such a shady scam thing to do. Unbelievable. Well, this, Tina McPherson, not being stupid, she was like, I'm not taking this lying down. So she refused to sign the new finance documents, and she also refused to return the title. She has the vehicle. She bought the vehicle. She owns the vehicle. I don't blame her. Why would you own the vehicle? It's yours. And, the dealer can't come up to you a week later and say you got to pay this much more money for it, and that's what was happening. That's when the dealer hired a tow truck company to take back the Durango. The finance manager told her the dealership was keeping $900 of the deposit to cover expenses. Oh my gosh, they think they can. God, I hate dealers. God, I hate shady dealers. But it gets better. Okay, these guys get crushed. The judge destroys them. I love it so much. I love this. Okay, at trial, a Michigan jury found Suburban Chevy Cadillac was in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Equal Credit Opportunity Act, several state laws, as well as the conversion and improper repossession. Wham! The store fought to have the $350,000 in punitive damage reduced. Again, they know they're in trouble, but $350,000, that's a lot of money. What about the money you just robbed from this poor lady that you just tried to take from this poor girl? And, you tried to take everything she had, and you took her vehicle away from her, which they get into that in a minute. The judge, Davis Lawson, refused to do so, and in opinion, in late July, so he refused to. So he said, no, you're paying the $350,000. You're in trouble. And they did. Evidence presented at trial demonstrates the rehensibility of the store's unlawful conduct, including McPherson's financial vulnerability. Okay, she was in trouble. We knew that by the fact that she had to take 2 loans out. He cited testimony that repossession of the family's only vehicle, note that, forced them to cobble together alternative transportations, including the bus, Uber, borrow vehicles, eventually renting a car for months so she could get to work and keep her job. This dealership crushed her life. He took her life and crushed it. And he didn't even lose a wink of sleep about it. I wish this was $350 million. And they shut down and they took their dealer's license, and these guys had to go back to mopping floors was all they could ever do. He summarized the statement that McPherson's treatment was not an exception or mere happenstance, but instead represented business as usual. This is the reality. This is the disgusting reality of dealerships. Okay? which is unwound from, okay, it says for the dealership, which has unwound other deals, meaning tore them apart, making them pay more and sign new stuff. The decision said among those were customers who had been harried to renegotiate financing for 15 weeks later, whose credit history has been accessed 68 times, crushing your credit score, who have been falsely told alternative financing had been approved, and whose vehicle was repossessed 3 months after the sale. The most damning evidence, Lawson said, was undisputed evidence that the dealership employees repeatedly insisted McPherson surrender the Durango or sign a new loan agreement, falsely told her the dealership still owned the vehicle and had no legal right to unwind the completed sale, or had no legal right to unwind a completed sale. They can't. It's theirs. Okay, when you get it, when you have the title and you've signed all the paperwork, you own the vehicle. Okay, unbelievable, just unbelievable. But we love this. I am so excited about this. And, like I said, it's a shame it's Michigan here because I grew up there. But you know what? Big middle finger right to you, Suburban. I'm sorry. And Suburban is not just Chevrolet. Okay, these guys own a lot of dealerships there. Okay, I hope they all learn a lesson, and I want to scream this from the rooftops. Dealerships, if you keep doing this shady crap, I hope every judge in the country hits you with fines 5 times as big for every incident. We are done with your shady BS. It's over how you scam people. And this one here, this judge, he is my favorite judge in existence in the world. This guy is, and I can't remember his name's in here. You'll see it here somewhere in here, but I am more excited. I love this judge right here. Judge David Lawson. He is like the best judge in the world. Drill him. Get it done. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel? What are you thinking about this? And as always, thanks for watching.